I'm Bill Sonmaker, founder of Catalyst Fitness. This is Valerie S., personal trainer and fitness model. Today we're here to discuss flexibility and performing static stretches. Standing plantar fascia stretch. Valerie's going to get close to a wall or a door. She's going to take whatever leg or plantar fascia that she wants to stretch. The plantar fascia is on the bottom of the foot. She's going to wedge the foot up just like this so that the ball of the foot is free and in the air. She's going to push down just like this so she can bring her heel back a little bit without bringing her foot back to my hand. There you go. So as she wedges this down, she doesn't necessarily want the ball of her foot to touch the ground, but she definitely wants it to get nice and close. She's then going to take her knee and drive it towards the wall. That's going to increase the stretch or the intensity on the plantar fascia coming up here through the Achilles tendon. Now, to further increase the intensity of the stretch, we want to add in reciprocal inhibition. So by activating the perineals, by lifting the outside edge of the foot up, that's going to help relax the plantar fascia. But we don't want her to go into pronation, and we don't want the knee to dive in. So as she lifts this up, she wants to actively contract her glute here to prevent internal rotation of the femur. So she's going to lift up. Do you feel an increase in intensity when you lift up on the outside edge without allowing that knee to dive in, Val?
Yes.
Excellent. Standing plantar fascia stretch. Standing hip flexor stretch. Valerie's going to turn towards her left so you can see a lateral view. She's going to take a step forward with her left leg into a split stance. She's going to, from this anterior tilt here, she's going to take a posterior tilt position where she's driving her hips forward, but she needs to engage her posterior leg butt cheek. Okay? She's going to do that so that she reciprocally inhibits the hip flexors on the front of that leg. So by contracting her butt cheek here, it's going to cause the tissue to relax that she actually wants to stretch. Again, she's going to drive those hips forward. Now, she should feel something here in the front of the leg. Now, she can have her heel down. She can also come to this position here on the ball of her foot, and she's going to get a little bit more drive in there. Now, Val, do you feel this on the front of your leg, maybe a little bit coming into your waist? Good. To increase the intensity of the stretch, if we have her lift her left arm, thumb up, and as she's doing that, she's going to now begin to lean back in the sagittal plane. She's going to feel an increase in intensity here. But because muscles are multiplanar, they're going to act in the sagittal plane, flexion and extension, the frontal plane, lateral movement here, abduction, and then also the transverse plane or rotary motion. So we can get her to lean back, we can also get her to lean to the side, and we can get her to rotate. So as far as an order of progression, again, she's going to start with just hands down, driving the hips forward. To increase the intensity, arm comes up, increasing the length of the lever arm as a driver. She's going to lean back. We then get her to lean to the side as she's leaning back, and then add a little bit of rotation in. We get a great stretch all through here. Again, very key to keep the glutes nice and tight and activated throughout the entire stretch. The name of the stretch is standing hip flexor stretch. Standing scaling stretch. Valerie's going to begin by extending her right arm. She's going to abduct her arm so that her hand is at approximately waist height. She's then going to extend her wrist so that she pushes her palm out. When she does that, she's going to stretch this fascial line here. She's also going to think about pushing her hand down towards the ground so that she's abducting her scapula away from her spine. That's going to increase the stretch when we then go into lateral flexion. Here, bringing the left ear to the left shoulder. Just like that. Again, by pushing the hand out and extending the wrist, we're stretching this entire fascial chain here, increasing the stretch here at the scalenes as well. Standing scalene.